What's up, guys? This is my Smackdown versus Raw 2011 review. There you are. There's the front of it right there. The benefit of those who haven't seen the cover, which is not a lot of people, to be honest. What's this? And this is your moment is the main slogan of that game. And that's what it is. I mean, mostly the focus on is creating your own moments, like with WWE Universe and Road to WrestleMania and the TLC matches where you can do extreme bumps and, you know, throwing people through tables and smashing ladders and throwing people on weapons and setting up this crazy spot. And what do I think about the game overall? It's good. I enjoy it. It's fun, which is probably the main thing, to be honest. If you're not having fun, then why are you playing a game or whatever it is, you know? But things I like about this game, quite frankly, I like the Road to WrestleManias, especially the Jericho one. I thought that was very exciting. Had some interesting things you could do because obviously Chris Jericho's a heel, and so it's nice to play a heel Road to WrestleMania instead of every single one of them being face Road to WrestleManias. And there's like one part in the Jericho Road to WrestleMania where you like steal the title belt and have to run away, and Triple H is like chasing after you and you try and get in your car. Eventually it ends up Triple H getting a sledgehammer from thin air apparently and smashing your car window and ends up pedigreeing you on the car, which is pretty freaking awesome to look at. They also have some other Road to WrestleManias. I think they have a Cena one in there, which is, you know, they usually have a Cena one every year because Cena's the main guy in WWE, so it's not really a surprise that they'd have him on one of them. Christian has a Road to WrestleMania. I think that's where Edge and Christian reunite, and you can choose to either fight him for the World Heavyweight Championship, or you can I can't remember what the other option was, but you just do something else. I think you're either helping Edge or in some way, or just doing something else. Yeah, I think you choose to go after the other championship. Yeah, that's it. And then you reunite as the two champions, the World Heavyweight Champion and the WWE Champion, at WrestleMania after the show is over. They also have, I think, yeah, they have a Rey Mysterio one, Road to WrestleMania, where he basically gets taken out and he's trying to find out who. He's basically it's like this. He's in a limo and all of a sudden, like, it crashes, and then you're trying to find out who exactly did it. And so I think you get to choose who you think did it. I think I chose Swagger, but I'm not exactly 100% sure on that, so don't quote me on that one. But I think, yeah, you have to try and find out who did it, even though it seems to me it's kind of obvious it's Swagger, but hey. At least I think it's Swagger. Anyway, it could be somebody else. Maybe I got the wrong person, but that's an interesting storyline. Yeah, they have a versus Undertaker Road to WrestleMania, where you literally just fight him at Mania, and you go through all these weird cutscenes and this weird, crazy angle with Paul Bearer and things like that. It's just strange, where you go around trying to capture these orbs and stuff. I mean, stuff that really I've never seen in a wrestling game before, because it's just so random. It seems more like Final Fantasy or something, or, you know, it's one of them type games, like a free roaming game. WWE, well, the Road to WrestleMania is fun. Especially, I recommend playing the Triple H one. If you're only gonna play one of them. I don't know why you would, but I mean, if you get to choose one, then I go for Triple H personally. I thought that was the best one. Sorry, not Triple H, but I mean the Jericho one, where you end up fighting Triple H. WWE Universe mode, that is a fun thing to do. I mean, there isn't really much to it. You basically just pick a guy, whoever it is. I mean, it's literally a universe mode where the matches go on, like it goes from Raw to Smackdown. There's superstars, and everybody has matches. Like, it's like a weekly show. I think it goes up to about 2 years. and you can either simulate the matches, you can play them yourself, or yeah, just watch them. And you watch it literally as it's like an actual WWE, like it's going on, because people are having feuds and then you get to watch what's happening in between them, and they become either their relationship gets worse or it gets better, depending on, you know, whether they're going to form a tag team or whether they're just arch rivals. So you get to watch all that unfold, and then you can get involved yourself. You could use like a created guy, and then you could go into feuds with people. And they have cutscenes where it's like, oh, your enemy has bought, like, I say enemy, but I mean that's not really quite the right word. Yeah, we'll just go with enemy. Has bought like a ticket to the show, and he's going to sit in the front row to try and distract you and make you lose the match. As well as I haven't done anything with the Undertaker, so apparently I think there's some like crazy lighting effects, and he like messes with you and things like that. I haven't played that bit yet, but I mean that's the only bit I haven't done in the universe mode, it seems, because every single thing seems to be the same. I mean, he just like, there's one time where he just attacks you from behind, like when you're coming down the entrance way. Sometimes your guy, depending on whether he's a heel or a face. My guy is, well, one of my guy I mainly use on that is a heel. So he'll like attack someone before the match starts in the ring, and then, which is something really cool, because you can attack them, and then the referee doesn't actually start the match until you throw them in the ring, and then you're in the ring yourself. So you can like grab a chair and start hitting them with it, or throw them into the barricade, or, you know, just put the absolute mullering on them before the match even starts, and then you're just like, oh, pin. Or yeah, finish a pin, done. Or depending on if it's a submission, you just make them tap out. See, the problem I have with it, to be honest, is just that I don't think there is enough cutscenes. I mean, there's about so far I've seen there's about 5 different things. I mean, that's including the Undertaker one, which I haven't seen. So I'm guessing that's about 5 if you include them. So yeah, there's just only a limited amount of things you can do in the universe mode. I'd like to see in the next game that they advance with it, and you can have like more cutscenes where like more things happen. Say if it's like a steel cage match or something, they're like absolutely mully you inside a steel cage and start throwing you around before the match officially starts. I don't know, something like that. Or they like throw you in into the cage before the match starts or something. I just like to see more cutscenes on the universe mode. But overall, I like the universe mode. It's a nice new feature. It makes it feel a lot more realistic, because it's like an actual universe which is going on in your game, and people are actually feuding and forming tag teams and going for championships, things like that. Which is a good, it's a good addition to the game. They also have in the game creating your top rope finishing move, which honestly I haven't really done that much myself. I usually like to just create like a normal standing finishing move. I haven't tried out the top rope finishing maneuvers yet to see if they've added anything else to them, so I'm going to have a look at that probably in a minute. I'm guessing that they have, to be honest with you. But anyway, like I was saying, they added the new create your top rope finisher, which is a nice feature, because you can have like CM Punk's old finisher from Ring of Honor, like the Pepsi Plunge, or you can make like a Super GTS or a Moonlight Drive, or you just create wacko things from the top rope, like a crazy power bomb where he spins 360 times. You know, or some guy who does loop the loop or whatever. I'm joking, but hey, you never know, right? You never know with their crazy modes and the create finisher. You probably will be able to do that eventually. I mean, there's lots. I mean, all they need to do is add a lot more to the create a finishing move. I'm glad they've definitely added a lot more to the create a standing finishing move, like, you know, literally just like your opponent in front of you. But they've added a lot more to that, I've seen. I just think they need to advance the corner finishing move. yeah, and just give it more moves, because like one time you just do like a springboard and then go into like where you're sitting on your opponent's shoulders in like a Hurricane Rana position. But there's only like 3 things you can do. I mean, you can just do a Hurricane Rana. I think that's really about it. Or you can go for a face buster off the top rope. Or I'd just like to see them advance that more, because that's a cool thing. I know a lot of people like to create their own top rope finishing moves. I'm not that big into it myself, because I just prefer to create a normal standing one. But hey, I mean, if that's what floats your boat, then okay, as far as I'm concerned. They've also, speaking of create a finisher, they've also added, like, it seems like they've added more back moves, so you can do like a back stabber or back suplexes, and you can change it. So you know, there's people have been wanting, oh, I wish you could create a finisher from behind. Well, you can kind of do that. I mean, you can get behind them and like pick them up for like a back suplex, or like do a German suplex. And it seems like they've just added the create a back finishing move into just the normal. They've just combined it with the normal standing one in front of your opponent, which is quite nice. I mean, I'm sure they're going to add that, you know, they're going to add more things to that, but they're just going to do it in there, you know, creating a normal standing thing, because I guess they just don't have enough room to create a whole new section just for back moves or something. What else? Through WWE Universe, Road to WrestleMania. Well, yep, we might as well go on to the online. The things I like about the online are, they have fixed up a lot of the glitches, the problems that we had in the previous games. I mean, it's quite funny, to be honest with you. When they went online, they said, oh, well, this is going to be probably one of the best online experiences on SVR, you know, in like the history. Well, to be honest with you, if that's meant to be like the, you know, the pinnacle of the online play for SVR, it isn't really that good, to be honest with you. I mean, there's still lag in the matches. There's still crazy glitches, and I think there's a sort of weird freeze glitch where it throws like 4 people in a match. I mean, before they came out with this patch that they've just released, I mean, there was like things where like the Royal Rumble would like freeze, and then you get stuck with one guy in the ring and then nobody else will come out. But the online is still fun. Except the problem is, I don't know, maybe it's just me and my friend, but it seems like every single time we try and get into a match, it just like disconnects straight away. I mean, it's just like, oh, he's left the match, and it's just like, well, every single time we've played. I remember the first time I played with Ali G in the house, it was just, well, okay, disconnect after like 3 minutes of the match, you know, starting. And I mean, while it is still fun, you definitely don't. It's definitely not as good as some of the previous ones. Like 06 was an awesome online, I think. I don't remember that much about that one, but 2007 was fun. Heck, 2009, even though there was a lot of noobs and a lot of noobish moves, that still had fun online play. If you were just playing with people you know, or good players who don't cheat, that was fun. Even 2010 was fun online, with playing with people you know, like I said, or, you know, good people who don't cheat, or heck, even okay people that don't cheat, or poor people that don't cheat sometimes, you know. The problem with 2010 was, that was when they added, you know, the turbo controllers in, and then that just brought a whole load of more noobs into the game, which made it fun, more fun for everybody. But the online play, I mean, it's okay now. I mean, it's literally, it seems to me it's just going downhill. And while it is still fun, it's just, there just seems to be so many problems with it nowadays. And then you get the mic things that don't even work. I mean, like, there needed to be any more problems with the online. Half the time the mic doesn't even work. So yeah, online is the thing I play the most, so, because I like to play friends on online matches in SVR, you know. That's my deal, because that's how I like to be, you know, competitive, instead of facing the CPU, who really, to be honest, just does nothing. I mean, while it has improved, it hasn't, you know, it's not like amazingly good. Like if you put on Legendary, like the guy said, it'd be like, oh my goodness, this will be so hard to do. Well, it isn't really, to be honest. Yeah, he just reverses a heck of a lot. That doesn't mean it's a good AI, you know. Most of the time he just stands there and he turns you around in the turnbuckle about 6 times. He's just like facing front, facing behind, facing front, facing behind. It's just like, make up your damn mind what move you're gonna do. You know? I don't call that better AI. I mean, yeah, okay, if you're counting the fact that, you know, he reverses everything, then yeah, that's better. But I mean, other than that, it's not really much to it. It's just AI. It's not that good, to be honest. I mean, you don't expect much, but I mean, you know, when you get an AI which is just kind of clumsy and doesn't really know what it's doing, it's kind of annoying, if you ask me. Yeah. So, what would I give this game overall? I probably haven't covered everything, but hey, I've got ranting for about 16 minutes now. Sorry about that, folks. Please stay tuned with this video. Or come and watch part of it later, I don't mind. So overall, I give this game about 7 out of 10. It does have a lot of problems, but for what it's worth, especially the offline, it's good. The online is okay. I mean, it's acceptable, but it isn't great, put it that way. THQ can do a better job online. And also, just before I go, I want to say, they took out a lot of moves from the creator moveset. They need to add a lot of them back in. They just thought, okay, people are cheating online, so we'll just take out half the moveset. Well, that was a smart move, because now, like, most of the moves that you've seen in, like, the really older Smackdown games, like, going back to about Here Comes the Pain, have just been taken out. Well, even when they're not new moves, they just thought, well, you know, fuck this, we'll just take out half the moveset. Which annoys me, because then you just have no moves to do, you know. It's not like a variety. You say, oh my goodness, what was that move you just did? Oh, I've got to get that move for my guy. Also, I think they need to add actually more moves on the ground. And for some reason, just before I go, I want to say, for some reason, don't try a quick grapple online. You cannot pull off a quick grapple. I did like one strike. I think I did it like once or twice, or maybe 3 times, and that wasn't even a grapple, that was just a strike. A quick grapple was strike. You know, don't try and do that. For some reason, you just spam the R2 button, and then you can reverse it, so yeah. That's about it. I've been ranting, kind of, but hey, 7 out of 10 overall. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you've watched this whole video. Sorry I've just been ranting forever, it seems, but thank you. I'll be back with another video, just uploading some SVR matches online, and I'll give you my thoughts, probably going into the Elimination Chamber, and predictions and a review and everything. So I'll catch you guys later. Peace, and keep it cool. Thanks for watching.